Most paintings are painted on solid surfaces, but some painting techniques subvert this convention, just like Ebru, the Turkish water marbling. This is Filiz Li. She was born in China, but she married a Turkish man and now lives in Turkey. On November 1st, 2014, Filiz became the first Chinese and probably the first non-Turk to obtain the Ebru Art Qualification Certificate from her masters. She first uses a brush to sprinkle the color on the surface of water gently and skillfully. This is to form the marbling background. Although it may appear easy, it requires a great deal of skill and care.
When I just started to learn, so when I did this move, and all the paints didn't come to the basin, it all went out everywhere, like a splashed, and I went on my teacher's new shirts. I believe it was his birthday or wedding anniversary, new shirts from his wife, unfortunately. So after that incident, my teacher didn't dare to get close to my water container for a while. But one day, a couple of months later, he started to stand beside my water container because I started to drop the pens all in the basin on the water.
Ebru was originally just used for some backgrounds. That's why it all starts from the marbling. Later, in the 18th century, people made flowers on it. Painting flowers has become the most popular form of Ebru. And Filiz decides to draw a carnation. She uses the drawing cone to dip in the green color and to put several dots on the water surface. The dots diffuse. The strokes across the dots change the patterns into leaves. Flowers bloom in red on top of the twigs. Filiz finishes all of these at a dash.
It cannot be like oil painting or water painting. It's like someone says, like, you paint this oil painting for a year or 10 years. That's impossible on Ebru painting. You have to finish it in sometime even quickly, let's say a couple of minutes, maximum half an hour, you have to finish it. Because this water is very sensitive to the circumstance, temperature, air temperature, the humidity, and how clean is the air. All these facts affect my water. For example, when I do the painting, if the dust in the air drops in, it's going to affect my picture right away. Even I put some hairspray, that's also possible drops on my water. Also going to affect my picture.
It seems that this water is quite different from that of our daily use. Although the painting only takes about 10 or 15 minutes, Filiz has to prepare the water the day before. So, what's the secret that allows color to float on it?
The material I used in the water, I mixed one sea plant's starch. It makes the water thicker, and it's thicker than the tap water.
And before she starts to paint, she has to mix the paints again and test them on the water.
And the secret of this technique is oxcal. We add oxcal into the paints. Oxcal makes surface tension, so color can open on the surface. If there is no oxcal, the color would sink to the bottom. Also, oxcal keeps color separate, they don't mix each other. Think if we can mix with red and yellow in the jar, we can get orange color, but never in the water. Red always red, yellow is always red.
This is Hikmet, a Turkish Ebru master who has been engaged in Ebru since 1971. Hikmet and Filiz both think that the most difficult thing in Ebru painting is to prepare the water and mix the color. It's a craft, and there is no shortcut.
I think it needs around 3 years. Around 3 years, you get to learn this skill when the water is ready to paint. when the pens are ready to do the Ebru. Because this pens is like a nice wine's preparation. The longer you prepare, mix it, prepare it, the brighter the color, the more mature the color. It's just like a good quality wine.
I think it's not possible to become an artist being a craftsman first. Even each piece is a unique. You never repeat during this technique. But the method, the technique, if it is the same, so this is craft. But if you are doing something new, which is never done before, which combining with other arts like miniature painting or drawing or calligraphy, whatever. So, and if you are using your inner world to come out, doing a different things, and this is the art part. So Ebru is both sides, craft and art together. Well, actually, this technique, what we call it in Turkey, is a coincidentally creates. We don't really imagine what we want to do, because the color you're dropping on water surface, it changes. You never exactly calculate which drop goes where and how much press the next drop where it will come. So it creates itself like the nature.
It is also coincidental and surprising that Filiz knew Ebru, which, in her words, changed her life completely.
Before I went to Turkey, I worked in telecommunication industry most of the time. And then I came to Turkey, I became a housewife. I didn't know the language, I didn't quite understand the culture, I didn't quite understand their habits. I got good education both in China and Canada, and I should work. I should be an independent woman. That's my brain works like that. It's like, let's say, God closed one door and it opened another window. Exactly is my situation. My life became better and more fun. And through Ebru, I have known a lot of fun people. So that's why my life is different now.
Filiz has since become the first Chinese in Turkey to learn Ebru and has become famous because of her novelty and her performance on a Turkish national TV show a year or two ago.
It was a live show, imagine. Because the host, she kept asking questions about me also. So I was trying to answer her question in Turkish, in my poor broken Turkish. And I also started to do my painting on the water in front of me. I was so nervous. My hand was trembling. Can you imagine with trembling hands doing painting on water? It's just like it's impossible. It's so difficult. I kept telling me, please be calm. Don't do this in front of everybody. You are Chinese. Everybody is looking at you. You have to do something for Chinese. And you are the only Chinese doing this everything in whole Turkey. And you're the first one. And now you're already a mature, experienced student anymore. I kept telling me that. And later on, before I finished that painting, I become like better, more stable. So I did it. I did a bunch of tulip. Yeah, tulip is Turkish national flower. I cannot say it's very successful, but it was okay. And I kept that painting. I kept it with me all the way. Still today, I go everywhere. It's just like a memory, like a glimpse of my life. It was like a milestone.
Perhaps that's also why Filiz would like more Chinese to experience Ebru painting.
It's like art therapy, because all the negative thoughts, any thoughts in your mind could go away. When you do Ebru on the water, your mind is so clear and clean. You cannot think of anything else. Even you want to think, you just cannot. You are so relaxed. Your mind is concentrated on the water, on the beautiful color, on the shape of the flower.
大自然就是这样歪歪扭扭，什么样都有。从外面往里，到心儿上提笔了，然后插上去，然后，哇，这么大个圆儿！对呀，有点大。